What's up, guys? Mega Bleeder here with another episode of Star Technology. In today's episode, I'm going to walk you through what I've been doing the past couple of days, and then we're going to set up Nether Star production. I think we only need about 5 or 6 machines, so let's get to it. So, if we check our handy dandy little clipboard here, you can see everything that I went through, so I'll kind of walk you through that. Epoxy and polybenzimidazole, I don't really know. Raw carbon fibers, first LUV circuits. So I don't remember if these were in the last video, but I did set up another stack of chemical reactors. And we are using the new ME input and output hatches. If I come over here and type in ME put, so that actually shows those. So those are set up on passive crafting to make our multi-blocks just that much easier. And you can see it looks a lot cleaner too. Instead of having an interface and a toggle bus, we can just put the toggle bus, boom, right on the input hatch or output hatch, whatever it is, however it is that you want to do it. So those are set up there. I did put monitors on these. I have not gone through and filled out the rest of the monitors on these, but we can easily go through and just click on the threshold level emitter. So here you can see sodium perchlorate. So between all of these new ones here, these ones here, all of these 6 and these 2, we have a bunch of other processes. And I actually am sharing these 2 with 4 different recipes. So styrene butadiene, sodium sulfate, liquid polyphenylene sulfide, and then industrial TNT. So we've got a bunch of stuff set up there, and then I just have those being stockpiled over here. So any of the new dusts that I made, they're coming in. These ones are not getting made. Lithium chloride and whatever that is. So if I have anything backing up, pretty much just what I do is come over and look for the light to be on. If we see the level emitter is lit up, so I'm not really sure where those other resources are being made or where they should be being made and why they're not currently. This is sulfuric acid. I'm actually not sure. Every once in a while, if I run out of something, you know, I have to come over and track it down. Maybe we're not making enough of it. Maybe it's just slow. You guys know how it goes chasing down old recipes that are set up on slower machines, especially since we have the whole entire rest of the base that's still built over here. So let's see, epoxy, the first LUV circuit. So that is set up here in our clean room. I did set up these nano processors here. This guy is missing something apparently. And then basically what I do, so this one right here, it says 0. There's only 23 there. Let's see, there's 207 LUV circuits here. But when I'm out of something, in this instance, basically I'll click on this and just highlight all of it, press A on it, and then come over here and see like why are we not getting enough. So we've got everything, we just don't have enough. So 2, 4, and then what does it take to make this? It's the circuit assembler. It's this recipe. So it's 1, 2, 4, 8, 8, 16. 1, 2, 4, 8, 8, 16. Is it the RAM chips? The RAM chip, I believe, which would be over here. Oh, yeah. See, like this guy, it's just a really slow process. 45 seconds to be able to make those. So I may, in the future, end up setting a large cutter, which would be a machine somewhere over here, right? Wire factory, cutting saw. Yeah. So this wouldn't be difficult to set up. Maybe I'll bookmark that, because we're going to need it eventually someday. Anyways. Oh, bookmark that. Nether Star. And we're going to be making first the impure Nether Star. So let's head back over here into the finishing up the clipboard, HSSE and HSSS and the ABS expansion. Those all kind of go together. So we had these 8 ABS here, the alloy blast smelter, and I put another 8 here. This vacuum freezer is outfitted with liquid helium. So that's going in there to be able to cool all of those ingots down, and they're still set up the same way. So there's an output hatch here going into this input hatch, and these are now set up with the input buses just to make it cleaner, make it a little bit easier to set up so I don't have to put robot arms and stuff like that down. The nano muscle suit, we saw that at the beginning of the episode. That was simple, simple to craft up. Nano muscle suit. So just some raw carbon or some carbon fiber plates and the energium crystal. So that stuff was really simple. Carbon fibers, we've got those set up on passive as well. So I've got 2,000 of those. Those were a simple using the polybenzimidazole and carbon in an IV autoclave. So that's pretty simple. That's the most efficient recipe to get the most carbon fiber. What else? Thermal essence, styrene butadiene. So that's more chemical reactors. I also made the second EV, second IV, and the third HV circuit. Those were also back here in the clean room. So those are being made. This should be, yeah, there's one more here. So I'm going to have to fix up that cutter situation over there. I could probably just make it an EV. Since it's MV, that would be significantly faster. And those, if I put them in an EV cutter, so it's 45 seconds there. If I put them in an EV cutter, it'd be 11. If I put them in an IV, it'd be 5 point. Is that the best one? Yeah, that's the best one. So 5.6. So that would be fast. And we could even, using the large machine here, get it all the way up to LUV up at 2.8 per 2.8 seconds. So that was the circuits, industrial TNT. We saw that, the alloy ABS. So I made one over here just for alloy smelting. And we currently have electrum and lumium in here. So same operation here. I just got an elite fluid solidifier because these ones don't go into a blast freezer. They just go into a fluid solidifier. So when I get under 1024 of aluminum, it will chunk it back up there using this machine, and it's pretty quick to do so. I didn't make a quad version because I just didn't feel like it was necessary because it's pretty fast, and in the future, if I have to upgrade, I will. That's totally fine. I'll put down more ABSs. We've got plenty of room for a bunch more. No big deal there. Cetane boosted diesel and the extreme combustion engines. So those are set up over here. I've got a chemical reactor, and I could have done this a little bit better. But over here, we've got methyl acetate, nitric acid, light fuel, biodiesel, diesel, and tetranitromethane. These are used to make the tetranitromethane, I think. I don't remember. Yes. And then over here, the cetane boosted diesel is made. I do it there? Yeah, with either biodiesel and tetranitromethane or diesel and tetranitromethane. So there's a couple of combustion generators here. They're not super great. I mean, 32,000 forge energy per tick. They're only IV 4 amp hatches. I don't know if they should be upgraded further. Large sieve cobblework. So this is going to be our new kind of ore processing plant. There's redstone here because I have these turned off. So we've got gravel, blackstone, sand, and dust being made over here. And I just have those hooked up again to level emitters so that these won't stock up. I turned these off because it only has a 1% chance to actually use up the 1 millibucket of lava and water. And if we take a look at our output bus, well, it's offline now, but I believe this was sand. Yeah, so it must have done the dump. It must have turned the system on. So I can actually, no, I want to leave that disabled. Whoops, over here. I put down drawers. So yeah, it basically what happened was our gravel and our sand got low enough that it could dump it into the system, and then it dumped it in here and filled up the drawers. So those are absolutely full. We've got 8.3 million gravel and sand there, so that's pretty nice. And then finally, water essence burners. I just set these up just so that we have salt water, distilled water, witch water, and seawater set up and running. I don't know why this... Oh, I must have ran out of water essence. I did run out of water essence. So, it looks like these did get backed up, but it did chew through all of our water essence. So our distilled water is running pretty high. We take a look at all of our waters. And then finally, what I've been working on, the last thing I've been working on, because we were having some serious power issues. That's why I set up the generators, and they weren't that good. What I've been working on is just swapping out our solar panels for newer tier 4 solar panels, because we've got 3 now, and they just were not cutting it. So this is like the last set here, other than the original ones that were set up. I've just been slowly going through and replacing these because they take a decent amount of time. Need 2 more. My wireless doesn't quite reach over here. That one goes there, and I need another one right there. There we go. Then we're just waiting on how many more? 30 more solar panels. And then these solar panels, all I've been doing is coming over here, throwing them into this electromagnetic separator, where they just get turned back into the photovoltaic cells, which do get used up to make the third ones, right? So as we upgrade through the tiers, these will get used up. And that's a way to be able to recycle the solar panels so that they're not just wasted materials. So that one is almost complete. So we are going back to Nether Star production. To be able to do that, we're going to be setting up some essence burners and a bunch of stuff over here. So to make the Nether Stars, we need these 4 of these guys. And to be able to make, let's say, the fire one, we're going to need the fire charge and liquid blaze, energized, liquid blizz, liquid blitz, liquid basols. And I believe these are all pretty simple. They all just require the same powder that's used in the charge. So basically we need a macerator over here. Helium, small piles of rhodium. So I guess there's some other ways to be able to make these. Some chemical ways, but I did get these set up. It took me a while to get the essence because the essence comes from life essence. So I had to let the life essence build up, and then I had to run it through a centrifuge over here. And this is kind of the residual that's left over. So let's deposit these in here. So we need a macerator. Because these are made in a macerator. So I could go with 4 individual macerators. Or we could do 1 large macerator. And I think that's the way that we're going to do it. So which one of these is the macerator? There we go. So this guy needs a diamond grinding head. And we need 1 of these. We're going to need a multi-block upgrade kit. And this uses the blue steel. 24 might be enough. Let's do this. We need to go 1, 2, 3 blocks. It's 4 blocks total. I need maintenance hatch. And an IV energy hatch. Maintenance hatch there. Energy hatch is going on the bottom. And then we're going to need... Not there. Let's not do it that way. We're going to need 1 output bus and 3 4 input buses. Like so. That's going to form. Fantastic. This guy... Actually, I'm going to need... First, we're going to need... let's do this. That's going to go into an essence burner. So 4 essence burners. Let's take this guy. We're going to move it over to probably here. Is it being jacked up? Oh, it's just really high. Clear that. Go that height, and we need to go 1, 2, 3. So it's going to line up with that guy. And we'll put that right there. Great. I need essence burners. Like so. And then probably, should I put them? I kind of want to just have all of this over here. So let's do this. Just to give it some uniformity. I don't like, it would be nice if there was a multi-block essence burner. I don't know, maybe there will be in the future. But we're going to need to put down our toolbox. We need laser nodes, and then we're going to need power. EV power. I need to make sure to not screw that up because I did do that before. Let's replace these. Okay, so those are there, and we'll put power out the top. with an EV energy converter, and then flip that, put a point there. Excellent. Now let's just put drawers on top. And let's see if we can get it to reach here. Yes. Actually, it's right within range. First, we need to lock them. Then we're going to need a wireless connection in here. Which is just going to move across the top. Let's see. I'd like to be able to... I don't think I need a big cable. Let's move our clipboard. Let's see. Cables, toggle bus, level emitter. And then here, if we do this, I should be able That's a bad idea. That's a terrible idea. Oh. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. That's a bad idea. Okay, so these need to go up on top here. Like so. And I could put a wireless connector here. Right, and then I can just put an interface right here. And this will get wireless node there. And that should be about everything to get that set up. We just need to pop a connection down. How many channels are you using? 6. You're using 24. You're using 18. Where are you being used? Right up there. And you're being used here? Okay. So I'm going to tack that one onto there. Blue channel. Grab the connection. Hook that up. There we go. And then over here, these guys are going to get stocked up like so. You're going to need an insert and an insert. And then these also, I can't do that one. So it's going to be the crown. Crown, crown, crown. They all use crown. Okay. Wonderful. You, bam, bam, hook these up. Grab the card cloner for the fluid card. Nature, stock, crown. And we're going to change it down to 100 millibuckets. And then this is copy, left click, paste, right click. You're getting basalts. I'm out of filters. Let's go there. Bam. Blitz. And blizz. Okay, so if I do this, so connect to you, and they need to be on channel 1. If I do, or it's channel, why does it need a channel? All channel 0, or circuit 0. Why are you not working? Crown 4 lithium, crown 4 lithium. You have power. IV. Brother. They're IV essence burners. I don't have access to IV essence burners. So I don't have access to quantum stars. That means I need to make the impure. I need to make all of these with fire charges first in an autoclave. Okay. Okay, change of plans. Change of plans. Large chemical reactor with fluorine. That shouldn't be a big deal. Let's check blaze powder. The blaze rod's gonna be simple enough, right? There's a compressor. The blaze rod is made an essence burner. Fire charge. Ice charge. Lightning. And finally, earth. Okay. Okay, so blaze is fine. These are made in a mixer. Okay, so blitz powder is going to be like so. Blizz powder is going to be like so. Lightning charge. Blitz powder is going to be like so. Oh, wait, I didn't do that right. Oh, no, I did. No, this one. Like that. Small pile of rhodium. And I can easily get a small pile by crafting rhodium. Yeah. What do you mean? Rhodium dust, small pile, rhodium dust. Why is this one so bad? A packer on 2. Do I have a packer? Let's see. No, I've got a canner. So let's get a packer. Small pile, packer. Easy. Packer on 2. That'll get us a lot. Now, does this... It doesn't automatically get packed into something. Okay. So I need a chemical reactor that's going to have these items. So fluorine's not a big deal. Deuterium, I think, is fine, and helium. Yeah, we've got plenty of that. So let's see. To be able to make that, it's a small chance, right? Let's see. Where was the essence burner? This is what we're working towards, and we have everything except for the emitter. The iridium rods are not a big deal. We have iridium. The quantum star, we're going to need another star. So the implosion compressor is not too bad. So we just need one. We need one Nether Star. That's not bad at all. There's only a 30% chance to get these, so we need to make a decent amount of these. This one's not a big deal at all. So let's grab just a random chemical reactor. And let's get an input hatch. Take a big input hatch and an input bus. Input hatch, input bus, and an output bus. Input hatch, input bus, output bus. I was not expecting to hit this snag. This is wired up. Okay, perfect. So let me move this so I don't get confused. Okay, so the fire charge, that's a mixer. I do have big mixers. They're over there, but we could probably do an IV mixer just to have one for on-demand crafting. For the fire charge, it's coal dust, gunpowder, blaze powder. We're going to need 4 when things are all said and done. Gunpowder. Ooh, I don't have gunpowder, but again, that's a mixer. We could wash zinc. Okay, interesting. 2 saltpeter, 1 sulfur. Saltpeter, I'm missing. Centrifuging, andesite dust, soul sand, chemical reactor, electrolyzed gunpowder, that's what we're trying to get. Let's do... I'm not sure where my saltpeter is being used. Rock salt, saltpeter. An alarm going off. Let's set this to not auto output. It's a macerator. And this is also going to not auto output. Damn it. 2 saltpeter. Okay. That's going to be making gunpowder, right? 2 equals 6. So let's give this a little bit of a chance. I could probably... If I just... Can I cook this? No, I can't cook it. Is there a way to get raw saltpeter? An essence burner? And then that I could just cook. I'm getting a little bit here. Saltpeter there. Saltpeter there. That's 9. 10. Gunpowder was... It's 2, so I need 20 sulfur, 30 charcoal. Apparently my sulfur production is very slow. I don't know where I'm using it. Eight more. I'm just like holding it here, trying to click. There we go. And charcoal? What was it? Charcoal dust. I need 30 charcoal dust, and that's going in a mixer. And that is on circuit 1. Should be pretty quick. Each one of those does make 3. Apparently I was way off on the saltpeter. Let's go grab some more of that. 2, 13. I do need to set up like way better ore processing. 14. 16. Ore processing is on the list. Just right there. But we're doing Nether Stars. Let's go 4, like so. Yeah, that'll be all right. Got 12 there, so that can go there. 15. 15. It's not bad. Blaze rods. Whoops. And to make the fire charge, whoops. It's just going to go in there like that. Coal dust, we'll just throw a bunch of it in there. Okay, so we've got 45 of those. Now we need a bunch of this blitz powder, which is just sodium and fluorine. There's 16. So if we do this, grab a sodium and a bucket of fluorine, and it's input bus. And is this does have power, and it should be working. Don't know why it's not. Output bus, input bus is sodium. Input hatch is fluorine. Oh, that's cobalt. My bad. Look like sodium. Cobalt dust. Boom. That's going to get us 16 of these bad boys. The next one will be the Blizz powder, so deuterium and platinum. Platinum. Oh, I almost grabbed it. Apparently platinum dust is being used in something. I think it's creating platinum ingots. Input bus. Deuterium. We'll take those. Those get put into there. And I had 15, right? Blizz powder. Ooh, I need more platinum. I need 1 more. Platinum dust. Give me that platinum dust. That's 1. That's slow because we're just waiting on the plat line to run. That's 2. I need 1 more. And 3. Bam. Bam. And the basalts, this one kind of sucks. We only need 16, actually really only 15. And then if we do cells or buckets, we should do buckets. It was helium. Let's grab 15 buckets. Helium gas. Don't need those. This can go in there. You've got the blitz powder. Which one of these is helium? Helium gas. Of course, you can't just shift click it in there. This one's way fast. $15. Sweet. So we do that. Those go in there, and then finally those will go in. Now, hopefully, to get these, it's autoclave. We'll do that. Take that. Take this coal dust out. Fantastic. Bunch of quests. They don't count for anything. But they are in this one here. So we need to get these shards now. Each one of these has an autoclave. Let's get rid of those. Put that there. Rid of all those. Working on the impure Nether Star. That'll be next. So let's see. Liquid Blaze. Liquid Energized Blitz. What the hell? Oh. Okay. Heat chamber. No, no. What do you mean? Okay, liquid blitz. Okay. Scared me, dude. Dang. Not that. This guy's made liquid blizz. This guy's made liquid blitz. This one, liquid basalts. And those are all made in extractors. That's 144 each. So 4 of those has a 30% chance to get me one. So I probably don't have enough. Let's go over here. And not over there. We're going to do it over here. A macerator. You're going to get saltpeter. You're 1 second. And this impure saltpeter can be centrifuged. Well, let's do that. Centrifuge. Can saltpeter be centrifuged? Electrolyzer. No, it cannot. So if I push this up here, that's going in there. I guess that's whatever. Is it going to be awkward? Put it in a weird spot? No, it's good. Okay. And that was saltpeter, sulfur, charcoal. Sulfur. Sulfur has been a problem. Sulfur essence. I could get sulfur essence. So this is what I've been doing to figure out my essence issues. Let's see, earth. Let's see, the dye. Essence. Fire. Then earth. 1, 3. Let's see. Then all this just goes in the mixer. Then they'll automatically get pushed into here. Redstone essence. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop. That is on 14. Had it on the wrong circuit. So let's just take these out and restart that whole little process there that we were doing. So 96 dye. Right. 240 fire. 368 earth. I should be able to turn that on. And now, yes, sulfur essence. Much better. Take that out, and we can actually just throw it away. Now that's making sulfur essence. Once I get 16, it's going to make a sulfur seed. Which is put over here. And then we go over here and put it in a mystical greenhouse. And that is used with prudentium. And where did that go? Right there. That's good. This is already on an auto output. Clear that out of there. Sulfur essence. Sulfur essence gets used in an essence burner. Oh, that's nice. If I put that in there, what was it? 0. Why is that not working? Advanced essence burner. Sulfur essence, right? No circuit. Why are you not working? There it goes. Did I have it in the wrong thing? And then this, I can just cook in a sulfur. There we go. And then I guess I need a furnace. What is the GregTech furnace? Oh, okay. An elite electrical furnace. Been a minute since we needed one. Is there a better way to use this into dust? I could, yeah, let's do it that way. If I macerate it, but does this have a centrifuge? No. And then that needs to be macerate again. Stone dust, I don't care about. Saltpeter. We'll take that. The stone dust probably will get a centrifuge. right? Yeah, that's got a bunch of different outputs, but that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna have to make more gunpowder. We'll do it with coal dust. Put those away, put those away. Okay. So the liquid blaze, to make this guy, there's 4. And how do we make this? 720 is 5. So to make one of these, I need a flame charge. Liquid blaze is simple. That's 720. These are all 720. And to be able to make that, it takes 5 of those for each one of these. I can autoclave that. Okay, so I need to make more, is what I'm finding out here. Crushed sulfur. Let's take out the stone dust. And why are you not working? Oh, because it needs to go back in the macerator. Eh. Yes. I could probably put it in that macerator there. Might be a little bit faster. I don't understand why it's running it at HV. Okay, so let's clean up the inventory a little bit because I'm going to need more space to be able to deal with these problems. Coal dust. Let's see, to make that, it's coal dust. So we've got gunpowder, charcoal. We're going to need 3 stacks of coal dust. 2 stacks of sulfur, which should be fine. It's just going to take a minute to process. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to gather a bunch of these resources. Okay, so I think I'm ready to rock. Went ahead and got our macerator moved in a good spot. I went ahead and built the large autoclave. That's what we need for making these guys. And then I built a large extractor. And this is what we're going to use to be able to make our liquid blaze, blitz, blizz, blitz, and basalts. So now all we need to do is get some of these things in the system and see if it works. Now, I should be able to just put like one of these each in, and we should see these machines light up. Oh no. These are used on the autoclave, so just need one of those to go in there. Like that. And that, actually it's 4. This guy should turn on. Yeah, so it's going to make the fire-infused stone. Now, I do need more of these resources, so I think I'm going to have to take these. What the hell? Oh, fireworks. And I need to get more of the liquid blizz, which means I'm going to have to run back through. Okay. And what are these shards? Ooh, we did get one. Look at that. We got a fire-infused shard. So that's going to trigger that guy. So that's nice. We need some more of these resources over here. Okay. So we've got the blitz. That's not a big deal. So we need to make more of this. We need to make some of these, not that one. this one. So cobalt, fluorine. This should be our last time doing this. I think we can make this work. We'll be able to get away with it. And that's going to be a 10-second process. The next one, platinum and deuterium. I have platinum over here that I put in the macerator. And deuterium. Deuterium spelled that way. And just one bucket. So just one. And we might be able to get away. Pop those in there. Maybe we'll see a shard pop up. Hopefully. Probably see. Yep, we'll see something running. We need more. Nope. There it goes. Okay, shard. Ice shard. Come on, let's get lucky. Roll it, lucky, roll it. Never lucky. Oh, nope, we got it. Boom, ice shard. Fantastic. So we don't need that platinum anymore. Remember, we just need to make one single shard. We got that. And this is that one making up to. Liquid Blitz. We just made this. Or is it still working on it? No, it's not still working on it. We need another one. Maybe we need another one. Need another platinum. So one comes through. There we go. Pop that in there. Take another one. That gets us 4. And then the last one. Helium. That's 4. Let's go 8 buckets. And there we go. Oh, I never took that out of here, did I? Yeah, I didn't actually put it into the system. So that might actually run without a problem. We'll let this guy finish up. That in there too. All right, let's head over here. We should see some of these working. Yep. So please. The lightning infused shard. Nope, now the earth infused. Boom, lightning. Yeah. Okay, earth. Earth infused shard. Do it. Give it to me. Give it, give it, give it, give it. Did it not make it? It did not make it. We just need the earth one again. So we need more of that. Now we should have the charge in the system. That's this guy. We don't have enough fluid, right? We do not have enough fluid. Need a little bit more fluid. And another charge. The charge is in there. Just need more fluid. So let's get more rhodium and more helium. What's going on? Oh, there it goes. And this hopefully will be enough. This should be enough to get us 2 recipes. So we see our extractor kicking on. And then we'll see this kick on. And then we get Nether Stars. Or we just need 1. We just need 1. IV forming press. No big deal there. Come on. You got 720. You've got... Oh, I need to put more in there. Earth shard. Earth shard. Come on, Earth shard. We have enough for 2 recipes. We do have enough for 2 recipes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Statistically, 30%. You should be able to give it to us. We got lucky on all the rest of them. Really? So apparently we're not going to get lucky. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I set a bunch of this to batch craft. Let's just take half a stack, put it in here, and now there's no way we fail. Right? No freaking way. I should probably turn these up. Let's change them to 4. How fast is it still? Super fat, 1 tick. It's 1 tick. All right, so that's in there. I just need to put more of these charges in. And I think the charges can just go in the system. These are made with a mixer. Yes. This should be everything that we need. Working on fire shards right now. Of course it is. It's probably going to work on fire shards. And then ice shards. Well, there's another one. Well, it's good to see that they're working. I should probably put a drawer controller here to connect to these. That would make a little bit more sense. And then over here, this is making the powders. So if we go at functional, we can put 1 there and 1 there. Blaze powder. And let's lock these. Of course, these ones are just like going to town. No big deal. Okay, I can see those now. Yes, wonderful, 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 wonderful. Still working on fire shards. Come on. There. Oh, they're gonna stop now. Well, no, because it should be 8 and 4. Yes. Let's take out all these chargers, because I want it to do Earth first. Why no Earth? Why no Earth? Wait, no. Yeah, that's not right. That's supposed to be that. There we go. I don't know how that got messed up. Oh, these are not right. Ice. Lightning. These are the shards. Yeah, I almost had that messed up. I have to put a mixer over here, though. Come on, Earth Shard. Come on, baby. Earth Shard. Come on, Earth Shard. I have plenty of liquid basalts. I hope. Bam, Ice Shard. There we go. Boom. Get in there. Yeah. Okay, so now we just take one of each of these. And then these get used in a forming press, which would just be a single block. This does not need to exist. That did need to exist, though. So, input. Those are going there. If I do this, I can run power over here. Yeah, let's just do it this way. Oh, I did it again. They're too fast to break. Let's go up. Wire cutters. Okay. And then we can probably put down our forming press up here. Bam, bam, bam. How long does it take to make one of these? 15 seconds? That shouldn't be terrible. This is gonna need shards, like so. This will get an insert. Yeah, that'll be fine. An auto extract there. Shard, 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 and then bam, bam. Scared me. Star mold. Boom. First star. First Nether Star. And then this guy is going to have to go in an Implosion Compressor, which will be super easy to make. Boom. Impure Nether Star. Questies, questies, questies. Nether Star. Got the impure one. Okay, so the Implosion Compressor. This guy's a 3x3 multi-block. That's like super easy. And the muffler can go wherever. Is it hollow? It's hollow, so the muffler can go on top. And this guy goes in the middle. Do you need a maintenance hatch? Yes. Needs a maintenance hatch. It needs also energy. And then it's an LV input bus. We're just going to do an ME input bus and an ME output bus. Why did I grab that maintenance hatch? Brother. Bam. Implosion Compressor. And if we do on top, do energy right there. Output bus, input bus, and then what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more solid machine casings. Why uniform? Oh, muffler hatch. And that's actually gonna go here. Now you form. Yes, thank you. Input bus is gonna be Impure Star, Industrial TNT. Pure Star, Industrial TNT. And then we're going to turn it off based on how many stars we have. When we have 64, turn it off when we have 64 stars. You've got that industrial TNT. So all that needs to happen is this needs to be hooked up to wires. And then I put away the star. Did you hear that? Wire cutter is some explosion. Generic explosion. Set it to 5. Now, boom, Nether Star. Yeah. Okay. So we got all of that done. So now, whoops, we need the emitter. Damn it. Which means the quantum star and a chemical bath with radon. So we're going to grab some radon. Bucket. 2 buckets. And it's an HV chemical bath. Do I have a chemical bath over here? I do not, but I'm pretty sure that's a chemical bath. So, bam, bam, look at that. And that's gonna let us make 1 essence burner. So we'll have to cycle that through. That's gonna take 96 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, here she is. Quantum Star. A singular Nether Star can be broken down into 5 shards. Using this, you can make more cheaply. I guess we could have done this direction, huh? But then we need the energized, which means we need the heat chamber, which is this huge thing. Which thermal, we've got all, we don't have titanium or neutronium, so that's like way down the road. What we're gonna do is open up our inventory, use this to make 1 IV emitter, and then we're gonna use that IV emitter to make an elite essence burner, which will then, for the time being, we're gonna turn off this. Right, this is going to get fluid. At least it should. Wire. Oh, because I didn't hook it up. That there and that there. So you get crown. So what I need is some of these guys. And then last the blitz. So if I put that in there, and these are used, they're all on the circuit 0. That's gonna get us blaze rod and crown 12-4. Blaze rods are gonna go in there. So this also needs extract. Those are going to go back into the system. But they don't have anywhere to go. No, they did. I need a better interface here. So let me save that. Get rid of all of this. All of it's going to go back in the system. Actually, no, that can just stay there. I could have just upgraded that in place. If I do that now. Yes. Okay. What I wanted to do. Blaze. Yeah, that should have gone in here. Yeah. Okay, now that can go in there. And are those shards? No. Oh, yeah. That's going to be made... Which one is this? That's this one. Right there. And that's going to be macerated up to go into there. So we should be working on making more of these guys. Right? Yep. Yep. Okay. So we're slowly kickstarting this system. And these blitz motes. Blizz. Go in there, and then finally, Blizz is going to go in here. Okay. So essentially, all of these should be running, trying to get me more shards. Working on earth shards right now. We've got 8 fire shards, which is awesome. I should probably... No, these are set to 4. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. IV, do I have an IV energy hatch? I have got a 4 amp energy hatch, so that will let me run this faster. Let's do this. So right now it's 6 seconds. But I think if we do this, 2 seconds. There we go. That's much better. So we should see these shards move up. What was that? What was that noise? Oh, that's this. It's making another shard. It's making another star. At functional. Do that. We'll pop that down there. That's why I didn't see the other ones pop up. They were already going into here. Look at that. Lock that. Link it up. We'll see it pulled out, and it's going to go in there. Boom. And then we have another Nether Star. And what did we set this to? 64. And let's do drawer here, and we'll put that right there. Look at that. Made another one. Once I link that up and lock it. Boom, we've got stars. I need to take these two. And we're going to get more radon. Drop that in there. Oh, wait. Yeah, Nether Star. Advanced chemical bath. Oh, there it is. It's running. It's just real slow. Sweet. So we've got stars. I just need one more. Yep. Boom. Awesome. So in like 5 minutes, we'll have enough to make all the essence burners. So I guess I'm going to pause this and I'll be back then. All right, our final bit here. I got our 3 other essence burners placed down, and we're actually going to do the little looping thing here that it talks about using, actually, you know what? I'm not sure that that does work. Energize, liquid blaze. Yeah. No. We can do this. So we're going to pull a we're going to pull a Nether Star into a forge hammer, and I actually want to downgrade these. And I got them hooked up to power already, so turning this on should kick off this little system here. That's going to auto-export there. This is going to auto-export every 10 seconds. That guy's going to run. And I want to lock these. Do that. And the energized Nether Star is actually the guy that's going to go into here. Because this, if you mix it with the liquid blaze, the Basals, the Blitz, or the Blizz, there's a better chance output here. If we do that, and that, this should be better. Energize Nether Star, energize Nether Star. Link those up. We should get a 90% chance now to get the fire shards, or to get the shards, which means this should happen faster every time. And I might change this to 1. And this one to 0. Just to make it a little bit more even. That does mean that these aren't completely necessary over here. So they're not going to be getting used really anymore. I mean, we'll use the Basal's powder, which I still think that we need. Because in the future to get, like these better ones here, in the distant future, Nether Tempered Liquid Blaze, we still need Liquid Blaze, and the same thing across the board here, so this stuff still needs these. So we do still need all of these resources. And what are these powders? And it's fire. Well, what do we have here? Fire. That's ice, lightning, earth. Okay. We should be making stars a lot more efficiently. Right? They're just going to be a little slow to get running. Is that right? Did I make an extra shard? No, they're just in here. The polarizer is a little slow. I could make a large one, I guess. Is there one over here? There's not. So this guy's a little slow, but it should. So it's going to make a fire infused shard now, which is going to go into there. Well, into here. Eventually it'll even itself out. Because it's got to stock these. It's stocking those there. It's going to stock them here. And then, actually want to move this blaze essence like that. Blaze essence there. Let me move all of these. Just that way those other things don't get jammed up in there like that. Once this... Why are you still on earth essence? Fire shards. Oh no, that's where I want it to be, right? So that's going to come into here, and it'll come into here. So it makes an earth one. Stop making fire shards. We have enough fire shards. The polarizer is really slow. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Ten seconds. I could, like, stack 4 polarizers, but it should be fine. What I want to do is not have this completely back up with a bunch of stars. Which, I don't know, may or may not be difficult. What I could do is... Actually, no, this is totally fine. Because I'm gonna wrap up the episode here. So this will sit and run, and since it's on a server, it'll sit and do its thing for a long time. And then we'll have fire shards, and we'll be all good to go. It should start running something else next. Why are you still running fire shards? Oh, you know what? Distinct buses. That should fix it, maybe? Or maybe I need 4 different autoclaves? might need 4 different autoclaves. Yeah. I'm gonna need 4 different autoclaves. Let's just fix this back up the way that it was. Fire charge. This was ice. This is lightning. This is earth. But now I need mixers. Because I'm going to run. Yeah, I'm out of charges. Yeah, so I'm going to have to set up a mixer. And then make gunpowder. Yeah. So this system isn't quite done. I still need to automate charges. Yes. But that's not too bad. So automating charges, automating gunpowder. So I'm going to have to do that in a different space is what I'm thinking. I could use these mixers here. Yeah, I could use these mixers here to do that. So maybe I'll do that. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Okay. All right, but that is going to have to be it for this episode. We got our stars semi-automated, pretty much automated. So if we go over here, we'll click that, and then on this page, solar panels. Let's finish those because I probably have enough. Yeah, we definitely have enough. So we can finish our solar panel update over here. And then what I am going to do is let the world sit for a while. Because I've got some other things to do with my day. And then soon what I'll do, probably next, is get those mixers set up. We're going to have to get a better processing for sulfur. Our sulfur's doing all right. We got more sulfur dust. Okay. So we're going to set up sulfur. How about saltpeter? Saltpeter. Oh, look, it's doing decent too. Oh, I think it's because... I think the reason that I've got sulfur is because our water's backed up. Or the saltpeter is because our water's backed up. So if we come over here, this barrel... Oh, that's just sand. What was I using saltpeter for? Those are mixers. Electrolyzer, maybe? Is that what I was using it for? Centrifuge. I don't remember. I don't remember, but no, like I said, that is going to be it for today's episode. Once we click off our solar remodel, we'll say, move on to a next page. Final. Nether Star production V2. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So next time, we'll have that set up and get all that all fixed up. So thanks for stopping in.